Welcome back to Firearm Rack, guys. So you hear me talk about Doug and Nina over at ATEI reasonably often when we're talking about the Roland guns. And there's a good reason for that. There's a good reason why people keep going back to them. And that's their RMR Pro Cut, as well as the quality of all the other millwork, and they're generally good people. But let's talk about the RMR Pro Cut in particular right now. So on a previous range trip, I pulled the screws out of this gun and I shot the gun without screws in the RMR, got about 5-6 rounds, something like that, through the gun before the RMR came off. So I'll show you guys that footage here. All right, so now that you've seen what the RMR Pro Cut actually does, the fact that they measure each dot and make sure that it is shoehorned in there as tight as possible, I've got a Brownhouse slide here. Now, if this isn't a bad slide, I want to tell you guys, these aren't bad mounting solutions. What I do want to tell you is that there is a difference between a $160 slide and millwork that costs 160 bucks. So I'm going to bring this in so you guys can see that there are no screws in here. It's just an RMR sitting on top. I'm going to push it down as much as possible, and then I'm going to take aim at a target, and I'm going to pull the trigger. Fell right off. It actually hit me in the face. So there is one round, and the dot came right off of the gun. So let's clear that. Now I've got a Zev slide here as well, and I'm going to bring that in as well. You see there are no screws there. So let's chamber around. Make sure that's pressed down as far as possible. Take aim. Again, one round right back in the face. So let's clear that and we're good. Now I would show you again today the ATEI gun doing it. I forgot the wrench to get that one off, unfortunately, and use a little bit too much Loctite for the little Allen key I keep in my range bag. So you'll just have to see the footage again of that gun going about 5 rounds before the dot comes off. So now that you've seen what the Pro Cut from ATEI does, you can see why that's really the direction that I go whenever I have a slide milled. And that's my preferred method. I don't really like to go out and buy a slide that's milled for an RMR, because like you see, the dot comes right off. So why does that matter? Well, holding zero is an important thing with a red dot, specifically if you're going to be shooting out at longer ranges. So the Pro Cut allows you to really bash the crap out of that RMR whenever you are manipulating it with one hand, off of a table, a holster, whatever the case might be, and it's going to retain zero. Now, you might get a little bit of shift on these other options that I have out here today, but not any real appreciative shift on the ATEI option. Now, the other thing that I do want to tell you is that once I put that red dot back on the gun, put the screws back into the Roland Special 19X, it was still zeroed. It was like it never had been taken off. It was really, really impressive. Now, I don't know about these other guns. I'll find out later today when I put them all back together. But I just wanted to share to you guys why I believe in spending a little bit of extra money on the good millwork. Not everybody out there knows what they're doing that has a milling machine. Make sure you find somebody reputable like ATEI to mount your red dots to your guns if you're going to do that. So anyway, if you want to help support jackassery like this, head on over to patreon.com/firearmrack. Or if you want to buy an RMR or any of the other things you see in this video, there is a link for all of the stuff down below. Those are affiliate links, and that does directly support the channel. Anyhow, guys, love y'all. Bye.